everyone, this is Sarvika and I scored 96.2% in my 10th board CBSE exams. I scored a 98 in English and Information Technology, a 96 in Mathematics and Social Studies, a 94 in Sanskrit and a 90 in Science. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys what I did exactly to prepare for my CBSE board exams and how all of this can help you. So we're going to be talking about a few very simple tips and tricks to help you study more efficiently and better. We all know this year is going to be special because there are going to be 2 board exams and this is very unique. None of the people are familiar with it. Not the teachers, not the students, not your seniors. No one knows about it. So you guys need to be well prepared about this. So you will need to start very early than from what we did. So this is the month of July and you guys have your first board in almost January something. So you guys will need to get ready with all of your syllabus and everything at least in starting of November. So first let's start with how you guys going to prepare for your half yearlies. It was very hard for me to be good at the half yearlies. I did quite score pretty fine. I scored an 87% in my half yearlies. And also guys, know that your pre-boards and your half yearlies and your tests are way harder than what comes in your board exams. Let's start with the subjects now. Let's start with English. So to be honest, English was one of my favorite subjects and I was so crazy about it that I read the NCERT before my board exams at least 15 to 20 times, both of the books. So that is one thing that really helped me. So whenever you're reading your English textbook, don't just skim through it. Yes, first when you read it, the chapter, go and skim through it, because who studies the whole chapter in one go? So after you skim through it, go again reading it paragraph by paragraph, even though I never did that, but I think it might work for a lot of you. When I taught my fellow classmates, it did work. So go to paragraph by paragraph, underline the words. Actually, it's the responsibility of the teacher to do so, to make the words that are difficult to be highlighted. But then if they don't do it, you got to do it yourself. And then for the grammar part, this is a backstory before my English board exam. So I was a bit overconfident. I think I lost my 2 marks in grammar only. So I never read the BBC. Secondly, let's talk about the subject Sanskrit. I have hated Sanskrit my whole life. I have studied Sanskrit for 5 years from 5th grade, but I have hated it all the time. And I was so bad at it that I would score 5 marks out of 20 in my exams. But then how I ended up scoring 94, and it's exactly what I expected. It was because of this one specific teacher that I found in the final days of my board preparation. And his name is Master Sahab. And if you guys start following him properly and all of his lessons very nicely from the beginning, and not actually the beginning, right now, you guys are going to score at least 90 plus. And trust me, you can even score 100 or 95 plus. It's very easy if you follow him. What really helped me is, for history, you don't actually need dates. Trust me, you don't need dates that much. You might need them for a few 5-marker questions or MCQs. So only remember the very main dates. I don't think dates are very that important. Don't blame me if dates come and you guys did not study and then blame it on me that I gave you guys wrong advice. I'm not saying do not study them, but study them in a limit. Don't waste your time remembering all of these dates. Now moving on to geography. Geography is quite interesting for me because I have loved geography, and even in grade 9th I love the chapters like climate and all. But when you move with geography in the next chapters, after your half yearlies, you guys will study more. It is very hard. Trust me, I hated it, and the questions that came out were very hard. The last 2 chapters are very hard. For me, it might be easy for you. So to remember them, I actually tried neglecting it till the end, but I could not escape it. So I did try my best, like rectification of all the questions that were the main. So I don't know if geography is gonna be that easy for you guys. So try understanding from the beginning. Please listen to your teachers. Please listen in class. Please pay attention. Do not talk to your friends. You can talk to your friends your whole life. Don't talk to them right now. Please concentrate in class, because if you don't study right now, your board results are gonna get ruined. One thing in history, I hated the chapter print culture every time it was taught, revised. Every time I would never listen. Guys, when the chapter gets started, please open your ears and listen to your teacher. Please, 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 because trust me, you don't want to be leaving this chapter for the last moment. It was God's grace. In my set, the question related to print culture was not that hard, so I escaped it, but I did like quite prepare for it too. Do not leave print culture for last, or any hard chapters for last. Please read it right now. Even if it hasn't been taught, please watch. Go watch a YouTube video of the grad sir or any teacher you prefer. Go watch it right now. Start studying it before your teacher even starts it. Because trust me, these chapters are like pretty hard. So you need to start with them right now, and please do not leave them for the last. Physics is like quite easy. You don't need to remember a lot of things. You just need to know what's in the chapter. Like, I remember the chapter about the Belgium case study and then the Sri Lankan case study at the back of my head, because I had remembered it so many times. The accommodation policy, the women empowerment things, and all of the book. You just need to know what it is. You just need to feel it. Not exactly feel. You just need to remember what is in the book. You just need to know the crux of the chapter, and like you're just sorted. You automatically remember the points when you study the chapter once, twice, or thrice. You remember it automatically. So students, what they do is they only pay attention to history because this thing that it is hard, unknown of the fact that history is as much as a weightage as the study as the subject economics. So you can score economics में बहुत ज़्यादा marks. So please study economics. First few chapters are very easy, but then as you move forward, like geography, they're gonna get harder, and it's gonna be hard to remember. The credit chapter is gonna be very hard. It was hard for me. So yeah, it's gonna be hard, but then you need to start from now. You need to remember the chapter. You need to remember all the definition, self-help groups. You need to learn such things to be strong in the subject. Let's move to a subject I hated and loved both at the same time, mathematics. Through the year, I feel quite ashamed to say this, but I never practice. Please do not make the mistake. It was my luck that I scored this because I was in mathematics basics. And as a teacher says, mathematics basics and standard level are like not a big difference. They're like nearly the same. Only a few question level, the percentage of the question types are different. Now comes the subject I scored the lowest in, and I was like expecting not very good marks, like 93, 94 in this, and I scored a 90. I was like very confident before my science exam because I had studied throughout the year. The only subject that I studied was science, and then I still ended up scoring the lowest in it, and it was like pretty depressing. It was just because of my silly mistakes. So be careful while giving your tests, half yearlies, pre-boards, boards. Please be careful. Please recheck your papers. Do not make mistakes. So for science, I read the textbook like 10 times. Honestly, like thoroughly, I read the NCERT at least 10 times, and my whole book was very annotated. I had like everything my teacher told me annotated in my book, and the notes were like separately made. So I had some integrated extra classes. So I had such big higher level notes that I had notes from 11th and 12th grade biology, physics, and chem too. So of course that is not needed. That's not going to come in the exam, but just know your NCERT. Now the thing about NCERT is one line in NCERT holds such importance that if you try to degrade or disassemble it, it's gonna be at least a page because it has such meaning to it. The thing about it is you just need to know every single line of the NCERT. The question in the boards can come from anywhere. The boxes, any line in the middle corner or the top right corner, it can come from anywhere. Any diagram, any table. Remember all the activities in chemistry. Please remember all of the formulas in physics. I forgot to multiply by 100 to convert into meters, and that cost me 3 marks, and I was like very sad of that. But then please remember the formulas, please do all the conversion, please write all the units. And then for biology, know all the diagrams, know what is where, how it functions, the difference between pepsin and the function of HCl and everything like that. You should know all of that for science. Many of you have artificial intelligence and many other subjects, but for information technology, let me tell you, NCERT is way better than the other private publishers' books. So try preferring the NCERT for it. And in our school, it came last year only, the NCERT book. We had to get a photocopy of it. NCERT is a very extra book in case of information technology. So try being very to the point, because you just need to underline the main points, because the rest of the points are not worth it, not worth your time. So underline the main lines while you read it. The first part, which comprises of 10 marks of your 50 marks, is very easy. You don't even need to study it. You just need to listen to it one time and everything will get in your head. Just the MCQs, you have to be careful for them. And then when we move to the second section of the book, which is a 40 marker, then it gets pretty hard, because you need to learn a bundle of things, a lot of definitions and a lot of things. I did not study for my information technology exam, but I still scored 98 because I was like always good at computer science and information technology. I scored like this much marks throughout the year, so that was one benefit point for me. I would study during the class, that was one thing, and then in the last days just go through the definitions, and there's nothing more you need to do. We move on to a very important thing. I got to know about this in the last 1 month of my prep for board exams, and it was like quite saddening. So CBSE gives out these competency-based questions which you guys can solve. It is available on the website of CBSE. They are like, I honestly felt they were like pretty hard for me at that time, and they still are for me. But in one workbook, you get like 300 or 200 pages, and they're like 200 questions. You need to solve them. Some of them are MCQs, some of them are case-based, some of them are long answers and short answers. So if you guys try solving it from now, you'll get finished by them by the time of October, because you have quite a very long list of them. And I don't think such questions might come in exam like whole copied or the concept, but then to improve your knowledge and to practice, you just need to do them. They're like very important for your practice. That was it for today's videos, guys. I walked you all through how my board journey was and what are the important things to learn, and I'll be uploading more videos to help you guys in the future, and I hope this video helps you a lot. Thank you so much. Bye bye.